driving a truck is pretty sedentary and don't get much exercise or chance for exercise. So we've been trying to do, some things or be mindful of it or try to incorporate it. Something that it's very challenging to stay in a routine. We've got jump ropes. I thought, well, jump rope I can do because it's just quick in between. We've got a couple things. But one thing you can imagine is weight gain. Weight gain, and it has happened. I have gained some weight. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to do a 21-day Keto Reset, and I'm going to share it with you, with all y'all. I'm going to log every day. I'm going to even do the unspeakable and reveal my weight. Women don't like to talk about their weight, but I'm going to do everything. So you guys will watch my journey and see just how effective the keto diet is. I chose that one because I looked at, a couple different things, and I did the Atkins diet back in the 90s when it was popular, and I did lose some weight, but it was very, very hard. It was very difficult. And I don't think it was very healthy. I saw a lot of other people who had done it, and they lost extreme amounts of weight very fast, and they looked very unhealthy. I don't want to do that again. So I looked at the paleo. I've looked at vegetarian before, and the keto. So the keto to me just looks very well-rounded. The concept is very similar with paleo. It is. So I may even eventually look further into paleo. But I think, paleo, and again, I haven't studied it or researched it very much, but it seems like it's more of a health lifestyle. It's a health conscious move, where keto I think is more the healthy, to lose weight or get healthy, so inflammation has become a big deal. Driving a truck, you're sitting still for hours upon hours, and my joints are stiff, when I get up, and sometimes I can't hardly walk from the truck to the store. Now things have gotten better because I have been doing the keto for a while, for maybe 2 months, but I've just been doing a very loose version of it. I've cut out already grains and sugars. So therefore, the transition that you're going to watch me go through is not going to be that difficult as it would be for some people. For example, Shannon's been doing it with me too, and he cut out all sugars, but he was an extreme sugar and caffeine holic, like extreme. He cut out all of that, and he has noticed a difference in the way he feels. So we're doing it together on different ends of it, I guess, different comfort levels. I feel like I'm just going to step it up now, and I thought I would share it with everybody. So, day one is purging all your bad foods out of your home. Or in my case, my home/truck. So I've already done that, but I will tell you what we did do, and we literally did throw out bags of food. We threw out all sweet breakfast foods like breakfast shakes, breakfast sweet or Pop-Tarts, if we didn't anything like that. We like the breakfast sandwiches, like the sausage, egg, and biscuit sandwiches or croissants. Those were a big part of our main breakfast things. We threw all those out because of the bread. So basically what we did is we just went through, and anything with bread, we threw it out. Anything with wheat or grain, we threw it out. We threw out anything with sugar, gone. And anything that was processed. We threw it all out. So we just went down to like a whole base food. If it's the closest to its natural state as we could get. And then we went and bought the good foods that we needed to have. We got olive oil based dressings, mayonnaise, avocado. We got some stevia so we could sweeten our coffee with that. We did get, because he drinks a lot of soda, and so we made a transition over to just sparkling water. We get the flavored kinds, and they're really good. They're like the American Clear brand at Walmart. They're actually they're sweet. They're almost too sweet for me, which so I've been drinking them, but I'm going to cut them out. That's part of my 21-day challenge. I'm going to cut out sweet flavored stuff. So even though it's not sweetened by sugar, it's still sweetened by an artificial flavoring, and that can have an effect on your insulin's response. So that's something I'm going to be focusing on. So anywho, that was the first part of it, was getting rid of all the bad foods and then bringing in all the good foods. And as I go through this, I'll introduce to you, the good foods that I do use and why. And then, we'll watch together and see the process. I'm following Mark Sisson. He has a 21-day Keto Reset book. That's what I'm following. And if anyone wants to look it up or check it out themselves, that's what they can do. I've looked up a couple different people on YouTube that seem to kind of be an authority type thing with keto, just because I want to get different opinions on what works and what doesn't. And if I hear the same concept through several different people, then I figure that's pretty solid, and I'll go with that. Anyways, I'm excited about this journey. I will let you know that I started out this about 2 or 3 months ago, and I've already lost 8 pounds. So when I started doing this, I was up to, here it is, the big reveal no woman wants to talk about is her weight, and I was up to 190 pounds. Being on the truck, not moving at all. So I went from waitressing and bartending and managing a restaurant, which you're constantly moving. I still wasn't thin then, so even as active as I was then, I've always struggled with my weight, always. But I've always been very active, a mother. I've always had jobs that worked, except for a short stint driving the school bus or being a secretary. But other than that, so even as a waitress, I still struggled with my weight. So you can imagine getting on a truck and not doing any more than walking 30 to 40 feet from the truck to the to the convenience store and back, maybe 2, twice, 3 times a day. That's all the exercise I'm getting. I'm going to pack on the pounds. Not only that, what do you think I'm grabbing? I'm reaching for the donuts, the pastries. My favorite are the berries and cream pastries, coffee, all the sweetened coffee flavorings that they have. And then I started venturing to the chocolate bars, so I can have a chocolate bar snack during my drive late at night. The bags of Reese's mini cups. Yeah, it's real fast to put on the weight, let me tell you. Not only that, I started feeling terrible. My stomach was upset all the time. I was always, bloated and uncomfortable. And my joints hurt, my knees hurt, my back hurt. I even noticed that my vision wasn't as good as it is, and I had LASIK surgery done about 6 or 7 years ago, so I have perfect vision. And when I couldn't read the street signs very clearly, I really started getting worried. I thought my vision should be deteriorating that quickly. I'm only in my early 40s, so I still have a few years before they really start going, even with the surgery. Come to find out, as I was doing some research on, glucose and insulin, what happens to diabetics, it affects their retina. Well, that insulin, affects your retina. So it kind of just made sense to me that all of the signs were pointing to, I need to do something about insulin, sugar, glucose, diet, being healthy. So here I am. So here you go. I started out 190 pounds. Since I started doing this about 3 months ago, I'm now down to 182. That's not real rapid, and it's not real extreme, but it's progress. I feel better. I'm not nearly as bloated. I can see better. I can get up out of the truck, out of the seat after driving 4 to 6 hours and walk fine. I might have to stretch a little bit, but I can walk, which is huge. But I'm ready to step it up a level, so I'm going to do the 21-day challenge, which is basically resetting my body to burn fat and not carbohydrates. So join me, and hopefully we'll have some good progress. Dinner, I'm putting together a salad with some of this smoked salmon. It's really good stuff, and it lasts, it comes packaged this way, so it lasts a long time. Plus it's smoked, so it lasts even longer. But it's full of omega-3 fatty acids, and it has, if I can get to focus, 0 carbs. 0 carbs and 7 grams of fat. Is my dinner. I pre-made it. It's just a salad with the salmon and olives and the vinaigrette oil dressing. Lots of good fats in there, and with some greens. Looks like a great. This is my lunch with the mini stuffed mushrooms and sweet peas. Post with this video the carb count and the macro count for the day. I use an online app called Carb Manager, which has a lot of different functions, works really well, and so you can kind of see what I went through for my meals for this day and how it all added up. We shall see where that goes. And here is the screenshot of the foods that I logged in for the day. As you can see, I used 74 grams of carbs. Alright, I know it's not very accurate, but it's the best I have on the road. So we're going to start with this. $182.4.